Hey, before we get tonight on the Outlaw Radio show, we're going to talk about Pride Month. It's June, the origins of that, the rainbow flag, homosexuality, what the Bible has to say about it, how as a country we've gotten to where we are with it all. And then I've got like the big lies we've been sold. I've got a whole bunch planned for the episode. But before we get to that, we've got the first installment of Spice Daddy Digs, where archaeology intersects with the Bible. So without further ado, Spice Daddy.
I need a theme music for this one when you do it.
We don't.
I suggest Diggy Doug. Diggy Doug. You know what song I'm talking about, Creighton?
You talking about Diggy Diggy Hole?
Yeah, Diggy
by Windrose.
Yes, that song. That would be an appropriate one for my theme song for
Diggy
this.
Diggy Holes.
Yeah,
Diggy Diggy Hole. It's dwarven power metal.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll get on that, you know. But yes, Spice Daddy Digs, where archaeology intersects with the Bible. This is all you, man.
Yeah. So I've always, I guess I've gone into archaeology. I've always loved it. And then we came up with this segment while Creighton was on vacation. As we
So
come
you're
up with
the
all
only
great-
guy with an archaeology degree, and the idea was like, hey, let's let Justin redeem this degree
Right.
that he spent a lot of money on.
And I need you all to increase so like and subscribe, and hopefully one day make enough money so I can pay off my student loans for the degrees I got.
Yes. If Spice Daddy Digs is a big success, you'll know God was behind
That's right.
those degrees.
All right, so to get started off, where the Bible intersects archaeology, very similar to what we might do with, or what we're doing with Creighton's, except more physical sciences. Zach asked me to come up with some archaeology news, and the first one I thought about happened in 2024. There was a mosaic found at Tel Megiddo.
This was last year?
Last year. So you got to understand the way archaeology works. The archaeological season, the dig season, is traditionally in the summertime.
When it's not raining.
When it's not raining, when
Hottest.
in Israel, it's in the Middle East and the biblical areas, it's generally when the field schools are. So when you have the most like grad students and
Cheap labor.
Cheap labor, yeah. And so this was found at Tel Megiddo, also what's known as the Valley of Armageddon.
So explain what a tell is. Tel Megiddo.
So a tell is a hill where a house was built or a city was built on a small hill, and then that city gets destroyed. So they put dirt on top of all those buildings and then build another city.
Because it's a prime location. It's good real estate.
Good real estate. And so instead of just clearing it off, they just throw dirt on it and build on top of that. And then build on top of that. Again,
Yes.
repeat. And so this small hill ends up turning up into a tall hill.
So the town is Megiddo.
Megiddo.
But they call it Tel Megiddo.
Tel Megiddo is the site. It's the hill where Megiddo is.
And so you have like eons buried on
Yep.
top of each other.
So the lowest layers are going to be the oldest.
Makes sense.
According to the way it works. And this was actually pretty significant in the Christian world. And they found a mosaic. And on this...
I hate to ask, what's a mosaic?
A mosaic is pieces of colorful tile pieced together like a jigsaw puzzle almost to create like a picture.
Almost like an opaque stained glass window.
Right, except they usually like...
It's a floor.
It's a floor. It's on the floor. It's a piece of artwork on the floor. And so they found this mosaic, this piece of art on basically a Byzantine, about from 200 AD, floor of like a Christian worship space.
Now, did they know that's what they were digging into at the time? Or they're just going layer after layer after layer,
so in
and you're just
archaeology-
going to be surprised with the next thing, right?
Kind of, sort of. So
Okay.
in archaeology, it's not a Indiana Jones where it belongs in a museum. Not everything gets in a museum. So you dig down.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, you dig down, you find what you need, you record it, take pictures, write it down, draw it, and then you toss it.
And then they got to dig through it.
You dig through it. So you're constantly destroying, recording, until you get down to the basically bedrock is the goal. And so they're about 200.
And then you can build a Trump hotel on it.
Correct.
Got it.
And so you get down to about 200 AD, and they found this mosaic.
That's early. That's very early.
Very early, within 150 years of
and this was how do they know it was a Christian worship space?
Well, let's get to that.
I love it.
Yeah. So it was believed to be in a worship hall, and they do this because they found an inscription in this mosaic, and the inscription includes the phrase, "The God-loving Ekeptoios."
You get on to me for pronunciation.
Yeah, but it's all Greek.
What?
Greek has not worked for me.
What
I'm better
was
with
that?
I'm better with the Hebrew. Anyway, it says, offered the table to God Jesus Christ as a memorial. So this mosaic was
Again, year 200.
year 200. This mosaic was donated, and this was basically someone saying, "Hey, this person donated this to God Jesus Christ." So this is basically the earliest reference that we found, aside from the biblical text, of Christians referring to Jesus as God. And
it's on the equivalent of a memorial bench.
correct. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so the reason why I find this important is because there's I guess they're old movements, but still modern movements, and you see it within things like Islam and stuff that say, no, we don't believe that Jesus was God, and this is a very good evidence to say that Christians have always believed this thing. So,
I've absolutely heard people, especially Muslims, claim that Jesus never claimed to be God, and that the early church didn't believe Jesus to be God. That was a
Correct.
later
Right.
idea that was read into
and
the
so
text.
aside from biblical text, like this is a very, very early reference to that.
That's awesome.
The other thing I find interesting about that is that this is a church, a Christian church of worship, again dating to 200 or so, in the land of Israel, post 70 AD.
Right.
So like,
But what's also
like it
cool-
has Christian roots into the area that's 400 years before
and
Islam.
you're
ever
probably
gets
thinking, because this was found within a Roman camp, that this was part of the Roman Empire expansion into the church. This was before that.
there. 150 years before Constantine. Yeah.
Correct.
Wow. Yeah.
And so this is very, very early. And it just, oh man, it's so important, I think, to kind of give you evidence that your faith has a solid foundation and hasn't changed into what we believe now. Like, it stayed the same.
Well, there you have it. Indiana Spice. The first Spice Daddy digs where archaeology intersects with the Bible. Thank you, Spice Daddy.
Yeah, man.